Hey Redemption, welcome to our video blog for Wednesday. We're going through the 6 C's, the wonders of the gospel. Last week we looked at the restoring wonders of the gospel, caring for the broken, cleansing for the stained, and connection for those who are lonely or isolated. This week we're looking at the revealing wonders of the gospel, how God reveals the truth of who he is and what he's done in Jesus Christ. And we took a look at celebrating what is good. And today is one that I think will pique your interest, creating what is beautiful. A couple of folks have asked me, what is that all about? Like, I don't make beautiful things. I barely make it to work on time. Let's talk about the work of God in creating what is beautiful. God himself is beauty. He is beautiful all in himself, and creation reflects the beauty of God. Genesis chapter 1, God creates. You want more on the way God creates and just how much God has made. Look at John chapter 1, verses 1 through 5. Colossians chapter 1, verse 15 and 16. Jesus has created it all. He has made it all for his glory. Creation itself reflects the beauty and the glory of God. Now, how do we, if God's made everything, how do we create beautiful things? We would be called co-creators, or maybe better said, reflective reconstructionists. We get to make things with what God's already made. We get to do things with what God has already gifted and given us to do. Let me just give you a few examples from people I know at Redemption. I'll leave the names out because I don't want to embarrass them or anything like that. But VBS a couple weeks ago, you guys were making some crazy neat stuff. Also, we have a couple of folks at Redemption who are musically talented who have added to songs that we normally sing parts that they came up with on their own. We have engineers that create plans that make beautiful things happen. Now, let's be honest, a lot of us don't think highways are something of beauty, okay? Especially when they're filled with cars and traffic, right? However, think about the beauty and the intricacy that works with all the engineering that has to happen to make things like the 288 expansion possible. It's beautiful. Well, I'm just this, or I'm just that. I'm just a teacher, or I'm just a clerk, or I'm just whatever. You can make beautiful things. You can do well and reflect God's goodness in whatever you do by doing it for his glory, doing it for joy. Whether it's whatever it is you may be doing. If you're a foodie, talk about beautiful and good tasting things. No matter what we do, we get to show the goodness and the grace and the beauty of God by how we make stuff. Recently, I heard about someone at Redemption who is wanting to start a new business. They're an entrepreneur and they're under the age of 15. That's beautiful. Using your mind to create stuff like a new business points to the creativity and the ingenuity of the God who has made us. So today, Redemption, you may not be creating that next Eiffel Tower. Fair. You may not be painting the next Mona Lisa. Also fair. You may be thinking, it's good enough for me to just get out of the driveway without spilling coffee all over myself. Also fair, and I hope that happens. But ask God this question today. How can I reflect you in the things that I do, in the work that I have, and whatever it is that we would get to make, whether it's lesson plans or highway plans, whether it's making sure numbers add up right on a ledger, or making sure that we quote right prices for the new business we have. We get to be reflecting the goodness and the beauty of God through the work that we do and the things we create. How kind of God to use what we do to point back to who he is. Have a great day, church.